welcome to the channel. Thank you everybody for tuning in. On today's video, I am actually going to be unboxing my first ever UK based or UK designed Microbrand watch. It's called Forzo. Now I saw these guys on Instagram and it really did stand out to me. So I reached out to the guys at Forzo Watches and they were very receptive and offered to send me one in. So unfortunately, it does have to go back after I'm done with it. Let's check it out. Let's see what we have. Now I'm going to spend this unboxing talking a bit more about the packaging and talking a bit more about the company. I'll save all the juicy details about the watch for the actual follow-up review. So looking at the watch, how it arrives to you, it comes in this textured cardboard box. Now while it is a cardboard box, but the texturing on it gives it a really well-built finish. So it does seem quite strong and finish quite well. You've got the logo across the top in gold. As soon as you remove the lid, you'll have the Forzo watch manual. Now looking at some of the branding present and the name, you can clearly tell already that this watch has a huge motorsport inspiration behind it, and that is one of the reasons why I absolutely love the ethos of this brand. So within the outer box, of course, you have an inner box. Now within the inner box, the first thing that you're going to see is a nice little keyring with the brand logo and a tiger or some type of wild cat. Now again, in line with that motorsport theme. Now that is very important. You also get a cleaning cloth, and then after that you get the watch. Now the watch, is worth mentioning, has been placed in this really soft and supple holder, and you also get a funky little cushion which I really haven't seen. So in terms of presentation and purchasing from this Microbrand, it really does get the branding across to you. It lets you know that you've not just bought any old watch, that there has been some money gone into this, and especially with the box being this nice. Now not only that, they'll also provide you with a free watch roll. Now looking at this watch roll, you know what, it is quite thick in hand, fair bit of weight, some really beautiful graining on the leather, and that is really good quality leather, and it reminds you of car seats. Looking on the inside, very brightly colored yellow suede, and you've got space for 1, 2, 3, 4 watches and maybe a little string bar removal tool. So that is always appreciated when Microbrands, go to these lengths, give you all these little extra bits and bobs for you to enjoy. So here we have in front of us is the Forzo Enduratimer. Now while I peel away all the stickers, let me take you through to the brand and give you a brief introduction on who Forzo Watches are. Now as I mentioned, Forzo Watches are a British company. The watch is fully designed in-house, and it is a watch brand that is heavily inspired by the rich British motorsport history. So much so that case shapes and the colours that are used on the watches, their branding, and even the watch cloth, they are synonymous with motor competitors and motorsport. Now the company is based in Tewkesbury, England, and all the creators that are on the panel have a lifelong enthusiasm for cars, motorsport and watches. Now for me, that is three things that gel really well together. I've always wanted to mention that in my opinion, watches are very comparable to cars, and I think the love for both goes hand in hand. Now as far as Microbrands go, this is one of the reasons why they became so popular, and yet they are so popular, because they have a deeper meaning behind it, or there is a drive behind it. And for Forzo Watches, it's just that motorsporting enthusiasm, which then gives them a unique identity in the world of watches, gives them, unique ideas and branding to go down this motorsport way. So whereas the cases, colors, the watch designs are motorsport inspired, so it's always good to have a massive theme behind Microbrand watches. You guys know I'm a fan of that, and that goes for Microbrands like Draken watches as well, because I really like their wildlife conservation behind that watch. So this is one from the UK, and this is why I'm particularly excited about it, because it does combine the love of watches and cars for myself personally, and the fact that it is from the UK, and me being from here, I'm just shocked that this is the first Microbrand I'm looking at on this channel till date. I have to tell you guys, upon initial impressions, this is a very pretty watch indeed. It has some really great features that I especially keep an eye on. There is a lot going on for such a simple watch. Right, it runs a Seiko VK63 movement, and the thing when you do run the Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz movement, you are limited to kind of design. What I mean by that is, we see this kind of design on a lot of watches. So Forzo have to do something significant in order to make this watch stand out, because it is a Mecha Quartz chronograph watch, and I can tell you that already, looking at it in hand, they have done those subtle features which makes this different to pretty much everything else out there. This does have exquisite attention to detail, and I suppose in terms of coloration, yes, it is a watch associated with motorsport. I can see how the colors blend into that. I can see how the design definitely blends into that with the black subdials. They have taken the steps necessary in order to make this watch actually stand out, and it also has a touch of that vintage appeal about it as well when you look at the bracelet and the clasp. So, you know, I don't want to say too much. I'm conscious that I want to put this on wrist, really take it through its paces and come back with a full and thorough review as per usual. Let's talk to you a little bit about the specs and dimensions, so hopefully I can save time in the full review. So specifications wise, as you can see, you've got a full 316L stainless steel case, including the bezel, crowns, pushers and the case back. You also got a chamfered sapphire crystal with some AR coating. You can just see a glance of the AR coating there. As I mentioned, it runs the Seiko VK63 Mecha Quartz movement, and the watch has a water resistance rating of 100 meters, which is more than enough, especially considering it's not a dive watch. The bracelet has female end links. You've got a milled clasp and an old school style press clasp. Okay, so let's give the dimensions a once over. So it's just under 41 millimeters. That's because the bezel does protrude slightly on either side, but the website states that it is 40 millimeters. I can fully believe that just because there's a slight overhang. Lug to lug on this, 47.1 millimeters. A case thickness of just 12.3 mil. Crown size of 6.8. Lug width of 20 millimeters. A taper down to 16 mil at the bracelet, and coming back up at the clasp for just under 20 millimeters. The watch does look absolutely incredible. Let's just give you a quick overview of the pricing. So on Forzo's website, you'll see the watch is available for £400. Now, WatchGecko also supply Forzo watches. Coincidentally, WatchGecko have a sale on at the moment, so you can pick this up on sale for £320, and they've got worldwide delivery. So I think it's a great option, but of course if you want to hang back, wait till the full review comes out, then by all means do that and wait for my final verdict on this watch. So thank you to the guys at Forzo, thank you for sending the watch in and allowing me to give you my full review on this. And guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I will be back in about a week or so with my full and thorough review and opinion on this watch. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.